My name is Testimonial. I am from Obele community, Ahoda East local government area, River State, Nigeria. Sometime, I guess 28 July this year, and then I woke up in the morning, felt ill, had fever, cold, chills and the rest. So which to me were normal signs of malaria, and I started treatment and I was okay. But then the following week, on the Thursday precisely, I woke up with this numbness, this tingling sensation on my extremities, and I knew of course these were neuropathy. At that point it felt like my legs were so heavy that I even couldn't walk again. Like it was so difficult, I couldn't raise them or I couldn't move the legs. At that point my hands, I was still able to raise it to this point, raise it to this point. I discovered that it was going bad. At that point already, if I wanted to use the toilet, they would now have to carry me because there was no longer any strength. I had weakness generally on the leg. So went to the hospital. Initially went to the general hospital, the zonal hospital, now called zonal hospital in Ahoda. They had this resident doctor strike, so no doctors and the rest. The nurses were not responsive. Just cut the long story short, we left there through a friend. She called that we could come over to Yenegua, that they had this neurologist there. So we got in there, the neurologist diagnosed me having Guillain-Barré syndrome. But then he looked at the condition because it was ascending and it has gradually gone from the legs and it has gotten to the point where my respiratory system were already at risk. I was already having issues breathing. So then he needed oxygen. And then he said that he couldn't do this without the help of a ventilator, an intubation and the rest. Hence he referred us to Region Stroke and Neuroscience Hospital. The good thing was, he said it that this is the only place he knows that once you go there, they are going to take care of the problem. That they have the right materials, they have the resources, both humanly, mechanically, and otherwise. So we got in here, did the necessary things, and then I had an ICU admission that very day. An intubation was done, and that is how I found myself into Region Stroke and Neuroscience Hospital. The sweet thing is, I'm going to talk about my experience in this hospital. Believe me, it's crazy, it's nice, and it has been sweet. The nurses, the doctors, physiotherapists, lab scientists, they keep coming on a daily basis. And then with time, things started improving. I got down to the ward, which was just purely rehab. And then all of this, I'd gone through the process of not being able to move a flicker, to make a flicker of my finger, to now I can do so many things. Like the powers of my limbs have so much improved that I don't get chest to, not be safe, not be joke, chest don't come out, you understand? Starting now, boats now they wait so more could see, more test to know how far the race will be. But then it has been a good experience. The doctors, in fact, even the chief himself and CMD here, I think I appreciate everything he has done for me personally. He saw me and then he just looked at me like, this is somebody I liked. I don't know why, I just don't know. Maybe it was because of the doctor who referred me, and seriously, I will need to give a big shout out to Dr. Madoka. He was the person who referred me. I really can't start mentioning names because there are so many, and so many of them I've even forgotten the names. But then believe me, everybody in Region Stroke and Neuroscience Hospital, the entire team has been awesome. It is here I now know that this thing called hospital is really a teamwork. This is medical field. I've seen hospitals where, in fact, I've worked in a hospital where the MD doesn't even relate with me as a pharmacist that was there, and we had issues and I had to leave. But here, you come for a round, you see a dietitian, you see a pharmacist, you see a physiotherapist, you see occupational therapist, you see speech therapist, you see scientists, you see nurses. Sometimes you go as far as you even see radiographers in a round, and they all work together. In fact, that dietitian, she has been nice. When I complained about my food, and then later on the portion of the food started increasing, I would want to say this. Those things we look for outside, we could get them here. It's especially hospital and anybody with neurological issues, ranging from palsy, any kind of neurological issues you can think of. I believe this is the best place you can get that. This is in the southeast. Let's promote what we have. It's seriously awesome, and I appreciate everything everyone has done for me. The cleaners, support staff, man, like you see their patients there, those guys, you tell them do like this, they do it. You call them, they do it. They need their own stubborn self. Like they just do everything you want of you. You get, like, it has been a very big testimony. I won't fail to recognize what God has done for me. This is more like giving me a second chance to life. It has been a testimony. And then God must pass through some set of persons. These are the likes of Dr. Affectionate, who linked me to Dr. Madoka, who linked me to Region Stroke and Neuroscience. You get, God used all of these persons to bring me back to life. It hasn't been easy. I'll just tell you this, please, whatever happens, you should be hopeful. Because I know that was one of the things that kept me. I told myself, Omo, you no go die, you. People dey where they look up to you. People dey where they look up to you. So there's nothing that's going to bring you down. And I had that faith. And this is me. I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone out there who supported me in this. Who reached out to my parents, reached out to friends, friends and well-wishers. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you. I really want to say a very big thank you to Region Stroke and Neuroscience Hospital.